The Pokemon franchise has its fair share of spin-off titles, including well-known games like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. However, many spin-offs like Hey You Pikachu and Pokemon Dash, which was Pokemon's poor attempt at a Mario Kart kind of game, haven't seen the same success. But neither of those are the worst-selling Pokemon game worldwide. As a matter of fact, that achievement belongs to Pokemon Art Academy, released on the 3DS in 2014. It only sold 330,000 units worldwide, and it failed to reach 500,000 copies if you include sales inside of Japan. To me, it seems like it'd be fun to draw Pokemon and make your own creations, so why did it perform so poorly? Have people just not given the game a chance yet? Well, today we'll be trying to answer those questions, as I'll be taking a deep dive into Pokemon Art Academy and discovering all the features it has to offer. If you enjoyed this type of content, then be sure to hit that sub button as it really helps out the channel. But without further ado, it's time to play the least popular Pokemon game. Right after the welcome message, you're asked some simple questions like if you're a boy or girl and if you're left or right-handed. You're then presented with the main title screen before meeting Lily, or Lee if you chose the girl character. After heading to the office, you both meet Professor Andy, because it wouldn't be a Pokemon game without a professor. However, Andy doesn't seem like the name of a tree or plant, so he breaks Rule 101 of being a Pokemon professor. After briefly mentioning his brother, Vince, he'll hand you an ID card for you to sign. Now, believe it or not, I never learned how to write cursive, so, just bear with me. But you can't be entered into the academy yet though, as Professor Andy assigns you a starter exercise. This involves choosing to draw a Froakie, Pikachu, or Piplup. This lesson just teaches you the basic of coloring, but somehow Lily couldn't comprehend that. Yeah, I don't know what she was doing when drawing Piplup. This will become a theme, as your classmates' drawings will tend to be leagues worse than yours, but they're funny to look at least. After saving the drawing to your album, you get to see what it would look like on a Pokemon card. Anyways, with the beginning lesson complete, you have access to the Novice course, which features 4 separate lessons for you to tackle. The first one consists of drawing Oshawott face, but you also get introduced to the outline pen, which basically just makes your drawing stand out a bit more. Now in my opinion, my drawing turned out pretty well, while Lily's... what in the... how? How do you mess up that badly? The next lesson features drawing a Fennekin, but from a different angle. If you couldn't tell by now, in each lesson you'll unlock some new type of way to draw or new tool to use. Lily clearly can't keep up though. I mean, what is that? It looks like Fennekin has blood pouring out of its ears. The final 2 lessons in the Novice course involve drawing a Togepi and Inkay, which are relatively easy. Not for Lily though. Anyways, at this point you're ready for the Novice finale, which challenges you to draw a Pikachu. However, the game still provides you with where to sketch and color, so it really isn't that difficult, allowing you, and controversially Lily, to graduate from being a novice. Moving on to the Apprentice course, you'll get to draw Pokemon like Jirachi, Fletchling, and Voltorb. Along the way, you'll learn techniques like sketching with a pencil, shading, and highlighting. This will help to make your drawings much more professional, which is something that Lily is nowhere near to doing. What did you do to Jirachi, man? Why does it look like it has spaghetti feet? After that catastrophe, it's time for the Apprentice finale. Once again, you'll be tasked with drawing a Pikachu, but this time around you must effectively use the shading and highlighting skills that you learned from this course. I'll be honest, this was probably my worst drawing up to this point, as Pikachu gives off a really grim vibe, but it's still better than Lily's. The third and final course is the Graduate stage. During these lessons, you'll learn about smudging and automatic shading. Not only that, but you begin each drawing entirely from scratch, meaning you have to use the pencil to draw the generic shape for each body part, as you see here with the Charizard. The Graduate finale requires you to once again draw a Pikachu using everything that you've learned. Additionally, you'll need to design a fitting background. This one took the longest, but it turned out alright for me. I mean, come on, that looks like a real Pokemon card if you ask me. Also, I still have no idea what Lily's doing. Why are Pikachu's eyes so far apart? Anyways, it's time to experience the final graduation ceremony, where you receive a graduation certificate and your ID card is upgraded one last time. Now, we've completed the main portion of Pokemon Art Academy, so what else is there to do? Well, once you pass the graduate course, some bonus lessons become available, as you can now draw a Mega Charizard X, Mega Mewtwo Y, or a Mega Lucario. It's also worth mentioning that within each main lesson throughout the game are mini lessons. I decided not to complete them though, since they're only there for practice, and they don't progress the storyline, but they do allow you to draw more Pokemon, which is cool. Other than the lessons and courses, there's a free paint mode and quick sketch mode. Free paint is pretty cool, as you can choose between a wide variety of Pokemon to draw, some of which weren't available in the lessons. You'll also have access to all of the tools and colors, so you're really free to do whatever. Another unique thing is that when this game first came out, you could download reference images, which allowed you to draw Pokemon who weren't normally in the game. For instance, back in 2014, images of Groudon and Kyogre could be downloaded, along with Rayquaza if you lived in Europe, and a shiny Mega Gengar if you lived in Australia or New Zealand. On the other hand, Quick Sketch limits you to a certain amount of colors and tools, but your only goal here is to create some, well, quick sketches of Pokemon that can be unlocked by completing the lessons. A few other quick notes include the fact that this game was the first Pokemon game to be developed in the UK. Additionally, after each main lesson, Professor Andy will teach you one of the 8 rules when drawing Pokemon, which is something that I completely forgot to mention. Basically, if you really want to get good at drawing and maybe even have your art featured on a Pokemon card one day, then pay attention to those. Bouncing off that, some Pokemon card art during the Plasma Storm, Legendary Treasures, and XY series was created using Pokemon Art Academy. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they've hosted competitions in the past where people would make a drawing in the game, and the best one would be used on a real Pokemon card, which is very awesome. But that is about it for Pokemon Art Academy. Drawing Pokemon was actually something that I used to do when I was younger, so being able to relive that part of my childhood was pretty fun. I feel like this game is very relaxing, as, you know, you're not having to worry about RNG in a battle or anything along those lines. However, I can see why this is the worst selling Pokemon spin-off, as the content is still somewhat lackluster compared to other spin-offs, and there isn't really much replay value. And let's be honest, most kids want to show off their cool Pokemon in battles rather than paint a picture of them. Nonetheless, I had a ton of fun making this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it just as much. For now though, have a great rest of your day, and until next time, deuces!